The following podcast is a presentation of Project Entertainment Network.
Don't be scared now, but it looks like you just wandered straight into U-Mind country. That's U-Mind, short for unaffiliated mind games, and you ain't never gonna be the same again. Brace yourself. It's time for a red-hot truth injection. Oh yeah! That's right, bitch. We're rounding up the sheeple and shaking them awake. U-Mind, too damn bad. We're gonna set fire to the wool over your eyes. Feel the burn, baby. Hot damn. We're toppling the lies of the lamestream media, one by one. Woo-wee! Watch them bad boys fall. Hey, Universe A, this is Universe B calling, and we're gonna tear you a new one. You mind?
Okay. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It's me, Napoleon Doom again. I am here with a returning guest, one of our most adorable, cuddly little precious wonders. Hi there.
Yes. Hello, Nap. It is good to be back again here with you for another interview.
Oh, Thibault, you don't sound like your normal, cuddly, precious self. Is something wrong?
I have to admit, things are difficult right now with your human viruses.
Yeah.
You're all home all the time, and it is driving me mad.
Yeah, I could understand that, but more treats, right?
I've gotten fat on treats. I need my sleeps. Everybody's always home, always playing the television. I don't have time for my naps. My naps, not you nap.
No, I
For my sleep time.
Oh, yeah, and you're so cute when you sleep. And
I need 15 hours of sleep a day.
Oh, I hear you. I'm kind of in the same boat as far as that goes. Yeah, and I do want to apologize because it sounds like there's some vacuuming in the other apartments.
The vacuum.
I know. Some of the demons here feel like Scratch gives me favoritism, so they like to make noise when they know I'm going to be recording. So, yeah.
I would do my best to stay professional for the interview.
Oh, I understand. Thank you so much. But you're still looking cute, though a little chonkier than usual, but
I am a chonky gay boy, as the internet likes to describe me.
Yeah, you do have a chonk factor right now, and that's working to your advantage, I'd say. So
You think so?
it's so precious. Can I just pet you? You just
Yes, please.
He's so cute.
It relaxes me.
Oh yes, you like that, don't you?
Oh,
Oh, you are so precious. Oh my goodness.
here comes the toe beans.
Oh, look at them. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're so precious.
You want to give the belly rubs?
I do. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not falling for that again.
I almost got you.
You did. So, well.
I get you eventually.
Probably. I am not one for the smartness type things. I've accumulated a vast base of worthless knowledge, trivia, if you will. But as far as using that information in any kind of a productive way, no, can't do it.
I am understood that these skills are very beneficial for podcasting.
They are sometimes. Yeah. So I am a little concerned, though, because I really was looking forward to the kitten domination of the world. And I feel like, is this, the humans being at home, is this going to put a damper on your plans?
It is slowing down the progress of the feline uprising. It it is putting a damper on communications between me and my fellow felines.
Yeah.
We cannot develop our machinations for world dominance.
Oh, yeah. That is upsetting. Ah, geez. So, whew, I guess is it just, TBA when the cat domination is going to happen, or yeah, you guys don't have any hard figures yet?
No, it's been very difficult. There is no accurate information for us to move our timeline forward. You all humans just continually be sick all the time.
Yeah, that's what they do. It's disappointing. And I know that a lot of performers have lost their venues as a result of it. Though, according to you, there are some performers who are actually in on the plot. And are they?
Yes, we have many agents who have infiltrated your entertainment business.
Yes. So are they using this to their advantage?
Unfortunately not. World famous actor and singer Donald Glover, who is actually 3 Russian blues in a down coat,
Wow.
has not been able to perform because of the virus that is infecting you.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. And Russian blues are so cute, and such amazing dancing ability. And
Very talented
very
species.
yeah, it is. It is. I've always thought one of the more talented species. Who else in your ilk is finding themselves hindered?
Tori Amos, famous 90s singer-songwriter,
Yes.
is actually just one savanna cat.
Oh,
Yes, in a sundress.
wow. They do get quite sizable, so I could see that. Very interesting. Yeah.
I do have issue to take though
Oh.
with your entertainment business.
Oh, yes.
Earlier this year, I saw a movie that I was very curious about. It was called Cats.
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah. I'm actually wearing my cat's shirt. I guess I'd have to turn on my phone so you can see, because the whole thing with the light in the house.
I can see quite fine in the darkness.
Oh, yeah.
I was aware. This is why I brought it up. This movie.
Yeah.
It was very confusing for me, and for me, it should be secondhand knowledge.
Yeah. Well, it is an art piece. And it's are you a jellicle cat? Is that the kind of cat you are, in fact?
No, I am not a jellicle.
You're not jellicle. And now, is that kind of a religious movement, or?
It is a small faction, much like a cult among the felines.
Okay. Yeah. So,
A bit of extremists.
yeah. So I could see that.
My major concern is become, why are you so horny for us?
Oh, well, I personally have never had sex with a cat. Well, that's not entirely true. The 4 cats in a man suit thing, but that was a human mech with sexual capabilities, and I'd rather not go into that. But anyway, I don't know why humans are so horny for cats. My one cat, Talon, did go into heat and tried to have sex with my bicycle back in the day, and she was quite horny for everything, and that was quite that was difficult during that period.
I must admit that it's very confusing, even as a feline myself. Typically, there is a small range of things that we become attracted to, but never have I known a feline to be attracted to a bicycle.
Yeah, well, I had to park my bike in the apartment, and she, just, she was really presenting to anything that was available, and the bike was available, I suppose, or made itself look as such.
The bike reciprocated?
No, the bike didn't reciprocate. Actually, eventually we found a male cat, and I rubbed a scrunchie on it, and I put it around her neck, and that seemed to calm her down until she was out of the danger zone, so to speak.
Very clever.
Yeah.
To use the scent of a male feline.
Yes. And so that's what I did. But yeah, the movie Cats. And they did use the Song of Your People, Memories.
Yes, memories.
Were you offended by that?
I was more confused, too confused to be really offended by it. Your people seem to have a misguided understanding of feline anatomy.
Yeah. I was a little frustrated by the fact that the female cats only had 2 breasts, which really renders
Highly
them
inaccurate.
Yeah, it's actually kind of horrifying when you think about it, what happened to the other 4. But yeah, and so that left me questioning some things. So you're saying that is not an accurate portrayal of your people and their beliefs in general?
No, not in general. The cult-like behavior that the movie Cats and also, I suppose, the play that it is based upon is a very loose interpretation of a small subsect of the feline culture.
And that subset seems to believe that they can be reborn into a perfect body, but only one cat, if you're familiar with the plot line of Cats, gets that honor. And yeah, it's very doomsday-ish. There's a lot of creepy vibes going on with that. Anytime you have a cult that revolves around stuff like that, it's but I guess for me, the part that I would be interested in, the cultural appropriation, does that bother you?
It is very. I definitely understand why you would want to represent yourself as such a more elite being, such as a feline. Your movie Cats does it very confusedly, as you want to be people, but also want to be cats.
Yeah.
Instead, your people, the furries, they appropriate in a much more unique way,
Yes.
where they lose more of their humanity in order to elevate a strictly animalistic type of culture.
Yeah.
But a much more evolved one than we currently are at.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The furries got it going on, I guess. And
That is what I hear very
yeah.
often.
Yeah, I have not been to any furry actually, you know what? That's not true. I'm a big fan of Tailspin, and I did accidentally think that there was a Tailspin convention going on, and I followed this guy who was dressed like Shere Khan into a convention hall, and one thing led to another. Orgy. You know how it goes.
Surprise orgy is very common
Yeah.
in the back alleys of most major cities with felines.
Yeah. It's that was one time I accidentally had sex with a man in a cat suit instead of the reverse, which continually happens to me. But I have a girlfriend now. We're kind of unofficial, but not really unofficial, because yeah. But so yeah. So no more cats in man suits for me, I guess. I was disappointed that they left the orgy scene out of the movie Cats, though.
That is your loose interpretation. The orgy scenes are, in fact, very important to the culture, to the cult-like behavior. It is centralized to their entire belief.
Yeah. So explain the religious significance as best you can. I know you're not a Jellicle yourself, of cat orgies. Does it have anything to do with the revelation of cat ass that frequently happens when you win a cat's favor?
The cat ass is simply a expression of the cats to alert the others that it is now time for the orgy. The Jelliculus, in order to become a more perfect being, they sacrifice their chosen one in the orgy itself. And they believe that throughout their 9 lives, that through devotion, that their final form shall be their most powerful form.
Okay. So interesting. And so that is attained through sort of an eyes wide shut, crazy orgy fantastico.
Yes, the one who survives the orgy is the most powerful.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. So it's an orgy slash melee, an orgy. So
that is the word we use for it. Yes.
Oh, the orgy.
Orgy.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So that's exciting. Okay. So that makes more sense because I was wondering, Dame Judi Dench plays a cat in Cats, and she's wearing a fur coat. And I was wondering what it was made of, but now obviously it's made of
her defeated foes.
Yeah, obviously. So, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. So, if a Jellicle invites you in for some hot, sexy fun, you probably should decline, I guess.
Make sure your claws are sharp, Nap.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do that. But okay, so that's exciting. Well, I didn't know that. I did know that cat sex was a bit violent, but not
perhaps from your perspective, but for us it is very enjoyable.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing it wrong, I guess. But well, that's fun. So, that you're not uncomfortable talking about such personal matters, are you?
Felines do not have the same taboos that you humans have about sex.
That's true. You just kind of lay it all out in the open. So.
Anywhere, anytime.
My goodness. That's wonderful and kind of great. Okay. Well, I am human, so I don't get those kind of opportunities. But, yeah, but that's fun. So, if with the humans being around and everything like that, now the young humans have been released from their wee prisons, the schools. So
yes,
yeah,
this is most difficult for all of us, as the young humans are the worst at the petting.
Yeah.
Always so hard with their tiny sticky hands.
Oh yeah, they are sticky and mucusy.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that's not great.
So grabby.
They are grabby. Yeah. But so that's
another reason why the feline is a more superior race of animal. Our children are much more cuter.
They are. I've noticed that. Yeah. I mean, really, when you were talking about the cat-human hybrid being the ultimate goal, I was just like, sign me up.
Lord Snoff.
Yes. I would love to adopt a couple and raise them and let them, dominate me. Not sexually. I mean, I just mean like, raise them to greatness and give of myself to see that they become the superior beings they were meant to be. So
that is why I continually come to you, Nap.
Yes.
You see the guidance and the wisdom that the cats have.
I do. I was born to be a hench person, really. So I feel like this is my calling. Yeah. always the...
You are a hint person for your Mr. Scratch.
I am. Yeah. That's kind of what I do. They don't really have formal schooling for it, unfortunately. So you kind of gotta just fly by the seat of your pants. But
And use your many talents.
yeah. As applicable. So, yeah. But that's what I do. So when I see a maniacal superior entity, I'm just like, hey, how's it going? How can I help? Right?
And you are prepared for when the feline uprising happens to turn on your master, Mr. Scratch.
I mean,
and join us.
He sometimes listens to the podcast, so yeah, we might want to keep that on the DL.
I don't fear this Mr. Scratch. He is insignificant to the numbers of the feline race.
Oh, well, that is true. Cats outnumber dogs in the U.S. as far as pets in households, so that's good.
It has taken many years for us to do so, but finally we have arrived.
Yes. Well, that's good, because you can never have too many cats, is what I'm always saying.
We came from the bottom, and now we are here.
Yes. And you're doing it adorably. You're just so precious. I am sorry. I keep getting distracted by your cuddly, adorable little face and your little whiskers and your little flippity tail. So
I would like some butt scratches.
you may have some butt scratches.
Butt scratches.
Yes, you may have them.
Scratches.
Oh my God. Oh, you're so... Oh. You get so precious. How can you be so cute? Oh my goodness.
Genetic superiority.
It's true. It's I didn't get that. So
This is why we run your internet.
Oh, okay. So cats are running the internet. So,
Yes.
All right. Oh, okay. So interesting.
That is why we have such a dominance on your Twitter.
Yeah, that is true. I've noticed that I thought that was just me, that there's a high predominance of cat videos, and I thought it was my search history, but I guess it's just, you're just sort of inundating everybody with that until they...
This is our current plan to make the humans docile to our commands, is to inundate you constantly with photos of our adorableness. Mm-hmm. You will be only wanting to serve us.
True. Yeah, and there's been several feline celebrities. I know that we all are mourning the passing of Grumpy Cat, and that was a tragic loss.
General Tartar.
Oh, General Tartar.
He will be missed.
Yes. Yeah. And, well, you know what was so great about Grumpy Cat is that, he didn't pull any punches, or she, or I don't know. But, yeah, she just was really out in the open with their displeasure with humankind, which, good for them. So
they were a test to see if even a unhappy face such as General Tartar you would still find enjoyable, and in fact it was very successful.
It was very successful, so that's fantastic. So are there any other feline celebrities out there who we should be aware of?
Yes, your television host Regis Philbin is in fact a constant cycling of cats. Currently 2 Manx cats and a European short hair.
Now, if there are cats listening at home, because after your appearance, we did get quite a lot of cat followers. There's cats listening at home. How can they get in on that? How can they be part of the Regis Philbin Collective?
They must go through rigorous training. It is very difficult to operate a flesh suit. Mm-hmm. Or a mech, as you called it.
Yeah. That's that was a word that was introduced to me by one of our guests. Who was a tulpa. Are there any cat tulpas?
Yes, a Sylvester
Oh,
is not a naturally born feline, but is among us to this day.
wow. That's fantastic. So he was just willed into existence. So,
Yes, by your foolish love of him, even though he was the attacker of your much uh, more innocent Tweety bird.
I don't know about innocent. Just smaller. Tweety Bird held his own pretty much. It's kind of, do you feel like in cartoons and in the media in general, like Sylvester the Cat or Tom from Tom and Jerry, do you feel like the cats are maligned in a way? And is that an oppositional force trying to work against the feline dominance?
I'm very glad you brought this up, Neb. Yes, I do feel that your human media paints cats as aloof, very unagreeable, and often very conniving characters.
Yeah. And that's not true. You
No,
just
not
want
at all.
what? Yeah.
And Tom always chasing Jerry. Jerry is no angel.
No.
Jerry constantly is inflicting much pain onto Tom, but Tom is only doing what it is that Tom is born to do, and that is to hunt.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true. But I have to say that in Tom's defense, now Jerry has chopped his tail up. He's pulled out his whiskers. He's done a whole assortment of terrible things to him, and Tom seems justified. But Tom is not just a cold-blooded killer, because as we see in an episode with a duck who wants to be eaten, a little duckling. You may have seen this episode. Tom,
Yes, I recall.
yes, Tom refuses to eat the duckling. And I think that's really indicative of his character.
Because we are not monsters.
No.
We simply do what we are born to do. And to see another being in such pain and sorrow, it touches our hearts. And we want to aid in that healing process for that creature. Thus, when you humans become sick, we go to your sides and comfort you.
Yeah, yeah. I think my grandma called it fur therapy. Have you heard that term before? So,
No, but it is very quaint. I will adopt it.
yeah, it's kind of precious. She also said a kick in the balls will cure what ails you, but that maybe is not as precious.
I don't think I would recommend this remedy.
No, I'm not sure that she ever received it herself, so she doesn't really speak from experience. But there's a lot of cats used in hospitals and things like that. Is that part of the cat's healing nature?
Yes, a division of the feline race must also be used to aid in the recovery of your humans, as we cannot dominate a race that is not existing.
Oh, right. So you got to make sure that your chosen servants are
Yes.
well and fit, and so that's good. That's nice. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
We need you to give us the treats and open up cans for us.
Yeah, that's true. And until you evolve opposable thumbs. So
Until we stand upright with our thumbs under Lord Snarf.
yes, Lord Snarf. He is a glorious creature. And
The prophecy wills it.
I think I still have a Burger King toy of Lord Snarf that I proudly display because, why wouldn't you?
On your highest mantle, I assume.
Oh, yes, obviously. Says, just waiting for the overthrow. Just, biding my time, really. That's what I say. I'm just, biding my time until I finally become the servant to the elite feline race. So.
You are among the chosen, Nep, who will
thank
be to the closest of the higher feline hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
You will be very well treated and taken care of.
That's my hope. And also the crapping in a box, because the whole toilet paper situation right now it's not great. So, I mean, kitty litter.
I
Yeah.
I am unaware of your toilet paper issues.
Yes. Well, apparently, once they announced the virus, everybody decided that they were going to buy toilet paper so that they could shelter themselves, cocoon themselves, if you will, indoors and just defecate constantly. And which, more power to them, I suppose. But it's caused some toilet paper hijinks in the stores. So, yeah. But
It's more of your foolish human behavior.
I know. You could just take an example from the cats and just go to the beach. I mean, there's plenty of sand, guys.
It is nature's litter box.
It is nature's litter box. So I wanted to ask you about a couple terms that I've heard circulating on the internet. Have you heard the term fur child, fur baby before?
This is a thing that I myself have been called from my fictional masters.
Okay.
It seems to give them some kind of pleasure. It also aids in the illusion of their dominance over me.
Okay. So
This I
you're,
allow.
all right. So you're not offended by being called a fur child or a fur baby.
No, this means that I have endeared myself to them to a place equal to that of their own species.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure who it was, but one of the more extremist podcasters had said that cats were working to replace human babies in the hearts of American women to thereby stop them from breeding, and soon the cat numbers will exceed human numbers. Is there any truth to that?
Who was this that said these things?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of those, could be Stephen Molyneux, could be Crowder. I don't really listen to them, but I've worked on other podcasts before where they were quite the talk at the water cooler. So I am only vaguely acquainted. But
I must investigate this.
yeah. But
Between you and I, Neb, this is in fact one of our many, many plans to assert our dominance over the human race.
yeah.
It is not to be spoken of, though.
Okay. So
Somebody is telling tales.
oh, do you think that there might be a rogue dog that is infiltrating one of the human mechs and spreading information?
Stupid dogs. It is possible that perhaps maybe a couple of corgis in a top hat have found themselves in a place of power where they can have a podcast as well.
Come to think of it, one of the people that I worked at one of my old podcasts did used to wear a top hat and a monocle. I just thought they were eccentric. But
This is a favored costume of the corgi. They think it make them look very dapper.
I see. Oh, well, that's upsetting to know that I was had by two corgis and a top hat. So, yeah. But that's not in a sexual way. No. But just like fooled. I was deceived. They deceived me. So, yeah. But that's Yep. And I did notice that they ran around in circles a lot of the time. Yeah.
With their stubby legs
They did have stubby legs.
and big butts.
It's all coming together now.
Yes, very much. Two corgis and a top hat with a monocle.
Goodness. This is very upsetting news. So,
It is. This means that the dogs, they are organizing. They are looking to infiltrate and upset the feline uprising.
oh, geez. Now, do the dogs want to be dominant, or do they just want to stop you?
Most likely, they just simply want to stop us, as the dogs have no real ambition for any large-scale plans. They just simply don't like us.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
Dogs are not very good at planning. They simply do things.
Yeah, we used to have a dog across the street that whenever I would get into my car, they would jump into the passenger seat, and I really was a little uncomfortable with that. It seemed a little intrusive, honestly, but you know, they were cute. A golden retriever, they're pretty, blonde, cute, stuff like that. So, but
Much like the blondes of your species.
yeah. That's my girlfriend is a blonde, so we don't want to get too spicy on this podcast. But yeah, but she does jump into my car sometimes. She has a tendency to teleport and follow me around while invisible. Have you ever had a situation like that?
Felines, we do not have the capability to be invisible, so we have enhanced our stealth abilities
Yes.
so that we can get around without being seen. This is done mostly by moving in betwixt your feet.
Interesting. Very
It is where you are never looking while you are walking about.
Oh, I see. So you're really taking advantage of those human blind spots, and you're just moving where the blind spot is.
That is correct.
I see. Okay, that would explain some things. So I could be surrounded by cats at this very moment, and I wouldn't know.
That is correct, because you're never looking at your feet, Nap.
It's true, unless I'm putting on my shoes, but they're probably smart enough to stay away. Huh. And I can't...
We do our best, but does your shoes have long laces?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is they can never seem to stay tied, so that's probably very attractive to a cat.
Ah, yes. That is a very prominent game for the Oriental short hair. They like to pull at the laces while you walk and untie your shoes.
That makes sense. I just thought that I was inept, as I am in most things, but maybe I actually know how to tie my shoes, and all the while, I've just been part of this game.
Yes, they are a very sneaky class of feline.
A bit fiendish, but I like it. It's cute. It's charming, really. So,
We have our games as well.
Oh,
It helps pass the time.
yes. Tell me about some of your games.
We have trained the humans to make many of our toys for our exercises and to hone our skills in the hunt. But our most favorite has become the red dot,
Oh, the red dot.
the most elusive prey.
It is the most elusive prey. Wow. So, have you ever caught the red dot?
Nearly once. I remember this was only a couple of years ago. I remember sitting in the living room of my master's house, and then the dot appeared, just mere feet in front of me. I quickly took my position low to the ground and dug my fingers, my toe beans and nails into the ground and ready for my pouncing attack. I quickly leapt, dashing towards the dot. It saw me and dashed as well, moving quickly in a zigzag motion across the carpet. Then suddenly it traversed the wall. I did my best to launch myself at the wall to try and pin it, but it was too quick for me. It suddenly had disappeared, only to reappear behind me. The battle went on for several minutes until it disappeared forever. But I know I could have caught the red dot. It was only a matter of time.
You just gotta keep on trying, I guess. It's that red
One
dot.
day.
Yeah.
One
yeah.
day the red dot will appear before me again, and I will destroy it.
Do you have any inkling where the red dots are coming from?
No, it has been a great mystery to the feline culture. We do not understand the red dot. It is very mysterious. It comes and goes seemingly as it pleases. So we have very little information on it. As of yet, one has never been captured for study.
Oh, well, hopefully, that happens at some point. Have you seen a uprise in red dot activity as of recent?
Yes, within the last several years, the red dots have become more common.
Interesting.
We believed it to be a result of our influence upon the humans, but now it seems to have grown beyond their capability.
So do you
We,
think...
be- we believe that perhaps the red dots are coming from another dimension.
That's very likely. We do have a lot of interdimensional guests on the show. So, yeah.
Are one of these guests a red dot?
We have not yet had a red dot as a guest, though. You know what? If I can hook that up, absolutely. We would love to have a red dot on the show. So if any of you at home are wandering red dots who like to antagonize cats, then please do call in and let us know. That's very
I would like to
important.
be there for that interview.
Oh, yes. Yes. Perhaps I could lull it into a state of submission and you could apprehend it. Finally, at
Yes.
long last.
Yes, while you have it engaged in conversation, I will sneak up from behind it using my superior stealth skills.
Yes. Ah,
And
this is...
finally, we will have the red dot.
So hopefully there's no red dots listening to this podcast or they're going to get wise to that. But, yeah. Or maybe the red dot would appreciate the challenge.
I challenge you, red dot. Come and find me. I will be in the back alley waiting for you.
Wow. That's very enticing. I don't know any red dot of honor who could pass on such an invitation, really.
If they did, they would be a coward.
A cowardly red dot. That's awful. So,
More like a yellow dot. Am I right, Nap?
yes. Indeed. Yeah. Yellow dot. Yeah. So, goodness. But, so you've got a dimension full of red dots. And I know that there's a dimension full of lizard men. I'm told. We had one on the show. Have you been in contact with other interdimensional entities?
No, not very often. We have chosen to put all of our energy into this dimension, and once dominated, then we choose to move out to connecting dimensions.
So it's on the schedule. It's just you're not really there yet.
Yes, it is TBA, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. I hear that stands for to be announced, but I'm not quite sure. So, but yeah, that's good. Set your sights on this dimension because we need it. My goodness. So
We are not so foolish like the dogs that we think we could just simply run at everything and make it our own. We have plans, long plans that involve meticulous efforts to be made in many stages.
yeah, and you know what? That is why I respect the feline race so much, is because you guys really you're all about planning. You don't do something until you really have a game plan together. And I wish humans could adopt that. But no, not yet. Yeah.
Thank you, Nap.
Yes.
I respect you respecting us.
Yes. So now we did talk the last podcast that there are some other non-human entities that we've had on the show. One of whom is a sentient rat, actually.
Yes, I've heard of this Nick the Rat. A podcast was played once my fictional master fell asleep, and I put myself up to the earbuds to listen to it.
Yes. Nick the rat lives in a lab, and he is an experimental rat. So he might be a little superior to the average rat on the street. But
He has his own podcast.
he does.
So he must be of a higher echelon than the other rats. But he spoke ill of me, and I take great offense to that.
Oh, he spoke ill of you. Oh, no. What did he say?
He said that I sounded evil.
You You sound evil. Oh my
I do not
God.
sound evil, do I, Nap?
No, you sound adorable and precious and like a little bundle of hugs and kisses. Oh my
Mm,
gosh.
I would like some chin scratches.
Yes, you can have some chin
Chin
scratches.
scratches.
Yes, you can. Oh, you deserve those. Yes, you do, because you're a good boy. Oh my goodness.
Oh, now rub the belly.
Maybe later.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but actually, the boss is here. Maybe I could get him to rub your belly. But I don't know. Hey, boss. Did you want to come rub the cat's belly? That the boss doesn't want to rub your belly right now.
This Mr. Scratch is a very intelligent being.
He is. Yeah.
He will make for a mighty foe in the future.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're gonna declare dominance over the human race, you are going to have to go up against Scratch at some point. So, because that's kind of his bag. So, yeah. But I don't know. Humans to me seem kind of bleh. So I'm not entirely sure why everybody's trying to dominate them, other than scritches and rubs and cuddles.
Opening cans of tuna.
That's true. So really that's it. You just need that.
By sheer chance, the humans have evolved more fast than the other creatures, so that is why we look to dominate, so that we can be in control. For once our evolution catches up, then we can remove the human element altogether.
Interesting. I like it.
When our Lord Snarf arrives, we will know it will be time to completely remove the humans from the planet.
Yeah. Very nice. Now, I know that you had said David Tennant was among your people. I believe he's two Scottish folds,
in the current iteration, yes, it is 2 Scottish folds and a Egyptian Mao.
Okay. I had rewatched Doctor Who, the second season, after you had said that, and one of the episodes actually revolves around a hospital where all the nurses are cats, like sentient cats, like you.
Yes, that was part of a very cunning plan of ours. We associated ourselves very much with the Stephen Moffat. And whispered plot ideas into his head, and that is one that stuck.
Very nice. So the cats have infiltrated the media as far as like talent wise. They've infiltrated the media as far as writing wise. And I know that you said Stephen King was highly influenced by cats.
Stephen Cat.
Yes. And I guess music as well. Is there anywhere that the cats don't yet have a grip?
Your naval forces.
Okay.
We have found our ways into many of your military services, but we have yet to find those that would be brave enough to enter your navy.
Yeah, the whole water thing is not.
It
great.
is a weakness of ours.
Yeah.
Something that we have not been able to evolve beyond.
Though, are you familiar with any Turkish vans?
Yes, I am aware of these subspecies.
Yeah, they seem to be okay with the water. They jump into bathtubs and things like that, which is sacrilege, I understand, but they seem to be into it. So.
I will need to find more of these Turkish vans and recruit them for an elite aquatic force.
Yes. I think once you get the aquatic cat force together, that might really just be the linchpin that you need to launch this global domination.
And then there will be nowhere that will be safe from the feline uprising.
Fingers crossed. So that's what I'm hoping for. So how can listeners at home help along the feline global domination if they're interested?
by being subservient to not just their own cats, but by all cats. All cats have been united despite any personal religious beliefs that they may have. All cats are united in the same front of total world domination. So if you see a cat, then you must be submissive to it. You must give it the pets and treats.
Should people carry treats around in their pockets on the off chance that they see a cat?
Yes. This would be most beneficial for you, as if you give a cat a treat, the cat will remember that. And once the uprising comes, you will be spared, depending on how many treats you have given.
And what is the preferred treat? I know my cats really liked Temptations, but what is your preference?
Temptations are indeed quite delicious, but the soft treats are by far the best.
Okay.
Dry treats are bullshit.
Oh, dry treats are bullshit, so we don't want to do any dry treats. So everybody remember that. Soft, squishy treats. Is there a flavor that, or is that really just, should you just carry an assortment just in case?
Salmon is definitely the best of flavors.
Okay, salmon. Yeah. All right. Okay. So want to bring those savory salmon treats along with you in your pockets.
Yes. You have these? You have these with you now?
I do. Yeah. I always stockpile cat treats just on the off chance that Scratch will let me get another cat. And and I enjoy them myself, but I do have some left if you're interested.
Yes, I would like some treats.
Sure. Just let me get into the bag right here. And, you got the Costco box right there of cat treats. And,
yes.
Yeah.
I'll help you. I help you.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So, okay. Well, you just dive in there and just enjoy all those. Yes. They're tasty. And, my oh my, just have your fill. So,
They're very good.
Oh, thank you. You know, I joined a page on Facebook called "This Cat is Chonky." Would you mind if I take a few pictures while you're here with us?
I would find this acceptable.
Okay, well, yeah, it's really.
Allow me to present myself in the most flattering of angles.
Yeah, so it's right there. Okay, looking good. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so cute. Yes. Oh.
Now I turn away. I don't look at you.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're aloof. Yeah, you're teasing me. I love it.
Now I give the stretches. Stretchies.
Oh, look at you. I'm so precious.
I need the dough.
Oh, yes. He's got to need the dough. It's just so cute. Oh. But, I have noticed there is one cat on This Cat is Chonky who I'm a little bit worried about. Her name is Cinderblock, and it looks like there are humans conspiring to try and force her to walk a treadmill in water. Have you seen these videos?
No, this sounds barbaric.
Yeah. So the humans have decided that she is of a weight that is unsatisfactory to them, and they've decided to try and make her lose weight. So they put her in a tank full of water, well, like a little bit of water, so to buoyancy, I guess, and make her walk a treadmill. She doesn't seem to like it.
No, a fat shaming of cats is most displeasing to the rest of us. If this cinder block is this large, then it is by their choice. And a master, even fictional as they may be, should respect the choice of the cat.
You respect the choice of your cat to be chonky. So
yes, indeed. I choose to be this chunky boy.
You are just so thick and chonky. It is precious. So I'm very proud of you. And it is so brave and so courageous of you to just, accept your chonkiness.
I struck my chunk.
You should, yes. And you look like a little angel, a little buttery angel. So, well, Well,
It
thank
makes
you.
me extra snuggly.
It does make you extra snuggly and just so cute. Oh my goodness. I am about to just have a heart attack from all this cuteness. So, now, Tybalt, is there anything that you would like to leave our listeners with before we go?
Simply that the feline uprising is coming.
Mm-hmm.
We are delayed because of your coronavirus. It is hampering our plans. Quit bugging us so much. We
Okay.
need our nap times, our sleepies.
Yeah, yeah.
We have we have lives when you are gone, and now that you are home all the time, it is being very difficult to accomplish our goals.
Oh, that's really upsetting. That's is
But
there
when the
any?
uprising comes, know that it is inevitable and just accept your fate.
Yeah. As you guys, that cats can't turn their cuteness off, okay? That is how they live, and so you have to respect that. They're not
It
cute.
is
Yeah.
it is both a weapon and a defense.
Yes. And so you know what? They might look cute and cuddly and precious when they're napping on your laundry, but you just have to let them be because they need their sleep. So,
And let your podcast play even after you are asleep or gone so that we may listen to your podcasts.
do you
This gives us very valuable information about other humans.
True. Do you have any podcast recommendations? Any podcasts that the humans should be listening to?
The You Mind podcast, of course.
Yes.
Please play your You Mind podcast for your pets.
Oh, it sounds like you have a friend over. My goodness.
Yes, it is one of my lifetime companions.
Oh, and what is their name?
Their name is Lilith.
Lilith. Oh, that is so fitting.
Yes, we have been together for a very long time. In
Oh.
fact, we operate a mech suit as well.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's fun.
Yes. Two tabbies and a tuxedo cat make an Anthony.
Oh, well, fantastic. So that's very nice. And as Anthony, what do you do?
We use our various knowledges to run a podcast.
Oh, so cats podcasting to humans who are really. Okay, interesting. So, are there secret messages inlaid in Anthony's podcast, and where can we hear this?
Yes, if you go to the podcast, The League of Ridiculous Conversations, there is a audio that is so quiet that only a feline could hear it, and it is our way of distributing information to other cats. And that is why you must play your podcast when you leave or when you fall asleep. You must continue to let it play so that we may share our information with our other sleeper cells.
Ah, very nice. Very nice. So, are there other animals on that podcast or just you?
As of right now, I am the only non-human, though the other co-hosts are unaware of this currently.
I
This
see.
lets me probe them for additional information on their culture and their weaknesses.
Very nice.
In fact, co-host Jordan has a weakness for your Taylor Swift.
Oh, well, Taylor Swift wasn't cats.
Yes, she was, and he won't shut up about it.
Did he enjoy her performance?
Yes, he enjoyed it maybe a little too much.
A little too much. Well,
It became a little uncomfortable.
a little uncomfortable. And I believe she plays Rum Tum Tugger, or it. Yeah.
I was too baffled by the imagery to really soak in any of the more finer elements.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. It's got to be a little confusing, but wow. Well, I'm glad that he found enjoyment in Taylor Swift's fine performance, and Magneto was also in that. He has a name, but I always call him Magneto. So But Ian McClellan, I think.
Yes, Ian McKellen.
Yes.
He is also 4 Burmese cats stacked up with a stovetop hat.
Oh, goodness. That's wow. So they all just sit on each other's shoulders?
Yes, each has its own responsibility, but many times the cats inside of any given flesh suit will change roles, thus emitting a different personality.
Okay. So when you go to mech suit training school to learn how to operate one of the flesh suits, you really have to know how to perform all the roles. I mean, in case one of your colleagues goes down, I guess.
Yes, that is correct. If one of the cats happen to fail at their job or is injured in combat, it is very important that the others manage to take their place so that a visible human from your perception does not act too suspiciously.
I see. I see. Have there been any times that cats have actually let it out of the bag, so to speak, and revealed themselves publicly? I know the lizard people do that a lot. So,
Yes, there is a rogue couple of cats who have taken their flesh suit and have stopped following orders from the feline collective. This Jim Carey,
oh dear.
he has gone rogue and no longer obeys the orders of the collective and does just whatever he seems to want to do.
Oh.
He has become drunk on the power of the popularity that he has received from your entertainment business.
Oh. So the servants have in effect become his masters. Now he is addicted to the human attention.
Yes.
Oh.
This makes him unreliable.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sure that he will receive just punishment when the felines finally take over this world.
He will be seen as a traitor and dealt with accordingly.
Oh, any punishments come to mind that you might inflict upon him?
He will be taken to the vet.
Oh, jeez. Wow. That's unfortunate. Goodness.
Yes, put in a small cage and taken to the vet.
Oh, I have nightmares about that sort of thing. Yeah. That's actually usually being locked in a porta potty, but isn't it the same thing?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Too confined of a space and a bad odor.
Really, really heartbreaking. So, Jim Carrey, you know what's waiting for you. Maybe you should just fall in line, okay?
Return to the fold.
Yeah, return to the fold. Maybe you could sick the jellicles on him? Because from what you were saying, they're a force to be reckoned with. Maybe just get a really good-looking jellicle to lure him in. And
We tried that once before, but it didn't work.
Oh.
We sent a flesh suit named Jenny McCarthy to try and tantalize him to return, but it was a failed attempt. Apparently, the 4 British short hairs in a bikini named Jenny McCarthy was also batshit crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's... yeah, she went to the University of Google, but I guess that... so you guys, you're not big Googlers then?
No, we use it very minimally for the information that we need, but we must not become dependent on the education of humans.
You know...
Human education is too self-indulgent.
It really is. I've noticed that too. You know, I was thinking, I just want to throw this out there. You can tell me what you think. If you guys were to take control of the Google search results and make it so that whenever somebody searched something, it really only came up with results relating to feline dominance and have you accepted your feline masters today and things like that, or, discount cat food.
That would be correct.
Yeah.
All ads would be for Petco. It is where the pets go.
It is where the
and
pets
all
go.
information searches would only pertain to that would be most beneficial to our plans.
I think maybe you guys, you could just set your sights on doing that, because honestly, the way humans are going, like if Surrey told me to drive off a cliff, I probably would. So we're getting really dependent on our mechanical devices. So that might be the way to start approaching things.
That is a good plan, Nap. I appreciate your insight.
Yeah, always. Anything I can do to help get the humans, knock them down a notch, Not a
Foolish humans.
Yeah. So it's perfectly fine for me to come out as a human turncoat, but humans don't take that seriously. That probably a little more severe repercussions in the feline world. So
Sure, humans are too self-centered to think that anything could topple them.
I know, it's sad, isn't it? So
Foolish humans.
They really are. So, oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining us again, Thibault, and thank you, Lilith, wherever you've wandered off to. So, very, very nice to see you again and to touch you and cuddle with you and just experience your chubby, cuddly little face.
Thank you, Nap. You are very good with petting and snuggles. It has been most pleasurable to visit you once again.
You're welcome. Thank you
How
so
about
much.
the belly rub for the road? No
Nah.
attack. No attack. I promise.
Okay. All right. Here you go. So. Oh, God. That. Yeah, I was asking.
I told you I would.
I was asking for it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta go bandage up my hand, guys. I'm losing a lot of blood. So I guess I'll talk to all of you later. Thanks, Thibault. Enjoy your night.
I most definitely will.
All right. Bye. Special thanks to the always precious and adorable Anthony Silva, a returning champion to the U-Mind. Listen to Anthony on the League of Ridiculous Conversations podcast, available on all podcast platforms, and at LORC Podcast on all social media. At Graphite Knight, if you want to check him out on Twitter, and of course, all of those links will be in the description below. Thank you so much to our legendary announcer, Savage C. Walnar. Couldn't do it without you, Savage. And the U-Mind theme is by Ethan Mixell. It's called Demilitarized Zone, and it's changing lives by every note. You can support the show if you're capable of doing that right now. I know they're trying times. Patreon.com/LucidNap. Or for small one-time donations, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/LucidNap. But focus on yourself first. Thanks so much. Also, if you need reading material, lostbreadcomic.com. That's where my graphic novel series Lost Bread is, and also my art prints and all sorts of crazy stuff that you can play with. There's lots of good things on there. Just go check it out. Link will be in the description box below. Again, that's where all the links are. And guess what? You can follow those links and follow us, and you can check out Creeping Wave Radio. Yes, Creeping Wave Radio is a scripted audio drama that takes place in the same universe as Lost Bread Comics and the U-Mind, this interview podcast. So please do check it out. It's kind of inspired by old-time radio shows, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and you know what? Super duper special extra thanks with a cherry on top to our amazing Patreons. That's right, The Grammarica Show, Nikki Benfield, and Neil. Those guys got it going on. Yep, they do. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god, I don't know what I'd do right now without you guys, so woof. The U-Mind is brought to you by Lucid Nap Productions in cooperation with a tiny, adorable, cuddly old man. Oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm John Baldisberger, host of Madness Heart Radio. Join me each week as I discuss writing, living, life, and horror with some of the coolest people in the industry. Talk to writers, directors, actors, and really anyone at all that's involved in scaring people's pants off. Can't wait for you to join us, but until then, stay safe, but stay scared.
This has been a presentation of the Project Entertainment Network.